Hey guys, this is Jason
This is
Douglas.
Adam MacArthur, voice of Yuji Itadori.
This is Derek Snow, the voice of Shinra Kusakabe.
This is Phil Parsons, voice of Kenny the Ripper Ackerman.
It's Merc Nguyen. You're watching Voice of the Heroes. Take it away, Fleeboy.
What's good, everybody? You already know who it is and what it is. And if you don't, it's the one and only one, Fleeboy Jetson. And you're watching Voice of the Heroes podcast. So if you're tuning in for the first time, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming interviews or discussions with your favorite heroes and villains around the world. And today we got a very special guest. He's been in so many great shows and video games like Saints Row, actually a couple of Saints Row, Beware of the Bat, Dead Rising 3, Family Guy, Transformers, Robots in Disguise, I believe that's the one, Justice League, Gods and Monsters, Gears of War 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Wrath of the Mutants. Y'all know how I feel about them turtles, man. So we definitely going to talk about that. And believe it or not, I was shocked when I seen this one, Finn in the Lego Star Wars. I know my son is going to be hyped about that because he loved them games right there. And so much more. Let's welcome Arif S. Kinchen to the show. How you doing, my brother?
What's happening, y'all? And thank you for that. I'm a demand that everybody introduces me like that from now on.
Hey, man, you deserve it. You've been putting in the work. So we definitely going to talk about your body of work today. Mm-hmm. Heroes, make sure, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know throughout this conversation what you most enjoyed. And let's get right into it now. We want to go right into the Transformers because it's probably one of the biggest franchises in the world when you talk about collectively, right? Even the garbage movies do billions. Like, let's be honest. It's really that big. You feel me? So you played Jazz, one of the most iconic characters in Transformers universe. How did it feel stepping into those wheels?
Both times it felt surreal because I grew up, like, you know, I'm not shy about it. I'm 52. I was born the same year as hip hop. So I'm from 73.
Let's get it.
So I used to run home to watch this cartoon. And of course, Jazz being in you know, now they say, oh, it's a different vernacular. Dude sounded black to me. So I was hyped. So I was like, I got one. And Optimus was always the uncle, you know what I'm saying? So it was like super, super dope to get it. I had actually auditioned for the Michael Bay films to do Jazz, and I didn't get it. And I was like, I seriously was heartbroken, man. And then I didn't get animated. There was I think it was called Animated Series. And I didn't get that one either. And I was like, dang, man, what's it gonna take? And then Robots in Disguise came around. They were like, hey, you know you got Jazz, right? I was like, what you talking about?
Oh, that must have been on fire feeling, almost like
crazy.
A full circle moment.
Heck yeah, man. But I mean, it was so dope the way that Hasbro and even my agents were like, no, like, you're Jazz now. And I was like, what? Okay, cool. That's dope. So super excited about that. And it was fun to be able to hang out with the cast, man. Kari Payton and Will Friedle, man, from Boy Meets World. Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond. That was phenomenal.
Oh, you was lit. That's actually a crazy cast. I didn't even know they was all a part of that series.
Yeah, man. Shoot. Freaking
and I know
Cyborg.
that must feel I know that must feel good because nowadays most of your recordings are probably at home in the booth. That transition must be crazy from actually going to the studios, having good times with, you know, these people, and now doing. Is that like a bittersweet transition for you?
It hella sucks because they had good snacks, man. You know, and as long as there's snacks, I'm gonna be there, man. That's what I'm all about. I was terribly hurt by COVID. I was like, damn, ain't gonna be no more ding dongs, man. Nah, but you know, with the way the world spiraled and everything that was going on, the fact that we can record from the house is dope. I applaud that. And then we can go in the studios where it's like you kind of like hella streamlined. So where it used to be like 20 people, maybe 5 people are there to record you. So that's cool. But as long as we get to do the work, I think that's the biggest thing. But it's hella different. It's so much better when you in a crowd, when everybody's together, everything flows a lot better.
Okay. Now, Did you happen to put your own twist on Jazz, or were you just directed to follow the classic version of his personality?
You know, I came in for Robots in Disguise prepared to try to do it like Scatman, right? And they were like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, we like you. I was like, you just like me? And like for a voiceover actor, man, that is one of the highest compliments you can get. Like, your voice is enough. We like you and your natural speaking voice. It's like, oh, okay, thank you. Damn, do I owe you a hug? Do I owe you 50? Cause that feels good. What you want me to do? So, you know, freaking Jamie Simone, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, legendary director. And that's what he gave me. He said, hey, just do you. And I was like, oh, okay. But we had priorly worked on a video game where he gave me a shot. But I mean, this dude has casted so many things that I didn't book that I was like, this dude don't like me, man. He can't like me. But it's so many hands that your voice has to go through before he even hears it. But I legit felt like that dude didn't like me. So to be able to work with him was phenomenal.
That's actually great. And I do agree. One of the things that I love the most, right? And this is one of the reasons why Keith David is one of my favorite voice actors of all time. Because I love when y'all get to use your natural voices and
Yes.
still bring out the identity of that character.
Yes.
That is like peak entertainment. And the fact that you could be like, hey, I know that man. Like you can hear the voice go through. That's the best. Like when
Yes.
you ever sat there and been like and listened to like animated movies and be like, oh, that's such and such.
Heck yeah. You'd be like, wait
Yeah.
a minute. I know who that is. I know who that is.
So that's got to be like you said, man, one of the greatest honors that there could possibly be in voice acting. Now,
Hmm.
what out of all the lines that you recorded for on Robots in Disguise, what was your favorite from Jazz?
uh I'm ready for my close up. Cause that's how it felt. Like it legit felt like, yo, I'm ready for my close up. It was like what's happening, and it was like the introduction to the Transformer world for me. Like, yo, I'm here. I ain't trying to go nowhere. I hope y'all have me. Let's happen. Let's make it happen.
Hey, I
So it was
like
really
that.
good.
Now let's keep it 100, right? Let's be
Yeah.
honest. If you could voice any other character in the Transformers world, who would it have been?
I got a chance to, but if I could do it where it was seen by everybody, Blaster or
Mm.
Ultra Magnus.
Oh, so you deep in the lore. You
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. I mean, Blaster was dope, man. I think dude hit a windmill in one episode, and I was just like, this dude hit a windmill. What are we doing? I was like, he's a b-boy. I love it. But the stuff that we did for online specifically, it it gave me a chance, and I was like, you know what? I wish I could do him more. I want to do him a lot more. And
Mm.
Ultra Magnus is just dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I keep laughing at people like, y'all gonna mess around. I'm gonna be Optimus Prime. I will be the first black Optimus Prime. And I know it has no color to it, but I will. And it's
Hey man,
but
Optimus
that's a little
Prime
bit
has
off.
that tone to him too. To be
Man,
honest with you, I would
dude.
love to see it. And the good thing about Transformers also that there's so much media coming out for it and so
Yes.
much content, whether it
Yes.
be books, comic books that turn into audibles,
Audiobooks, yeah,
commercials,
man.
video
Heck
games,
yeah.
movies, animes,
Phone games.
phone games, multiple stuff. So there's
Yep.
definitely the opportunity is there, and you already know we'll be rooting for you here on the
Hey man,
channel.
please. But my man John Bailey's doing a good job, man. I love him. Voiceover dude, man, epic voiceovers. That dude, he gets down. He planted his seed with the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool voice, but he since the days of doing a Mitsubishi commercial, this dude has been clocking some Transformer roles, and it just sounds organic, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't sound like he's trying. Same thing with Frank Tadaro that does Starscream. Just it just sounds like them. So he really sounds like Optimus, and he really sounds like Starscream. And I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna wait till y'all get calm down, and I'm gonna jump on it.
Hey, I respect it, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think like because I know there was mixed feelings about the last Transformers movie, but
Oh man,
I'm excited to see the future of what's gonna happen because I've been hearing rumors. I don't know how true it is, but I
Mhm.
recently heard that they got a GI Joe and Transformers
Man.
animated show on the way.
Man,
My God.
I pray to God. Here goes the thing, man. Here's how deep in the lore I am. It's either 1 through 4 or 1 through 8. No matter what, I actually own those Marvel comics with the black Superman. I mean, the black Spider-Man in the side part of the thing. Remember where the like in the top part of Marvel it would say
Yeah, the
Marvel and all that
heads.
stuff, and then it would have like the little Spider-Man logo. So I got the Secret Wars suit Spider-Man in the corner of mine. I got him in Mylar and everything. I read those comics. Though, like
Woo.
when I say I ran home to watch these cartoons, man, I mean this when I say it. Like I'm not like there's some people who are so invested that I applaud them, but for me, man, I just love it, just naturally just love it. But dude, if they do that, because I know they talking about trying to do after Beast Wars, they're trying to do the
The
live action
movie.
one, and man, I pray they do that, dude, because I don't think GI Joe 2 got enough props. That was a
I
good
don't think
movie.
so either. Me
It was a
personally, I
good
love
movie.
GI Joe 1.
Yes,
GI Joe 1 was
it was
fire.
diabolically. All the action was stupid, meaning like it's so far fetched. And I was like, yep, just like an episode of GI Joe. Where you're like, ain't no way they ain't did all that. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, pretty much.
Let me ask you a question, right? This one ain't on script, but if they did do the animated or the live action, right? Which I'm pretty sure we're gonna get it sooner or later. Who would you like to see interact between a GI Joe and Transformer? What interaction would you want to see?
Oh man, I think Roadblock and Jazz would get along really well, and I think that Duke and Optimus would beef, but I think that Ratchet could compel Duke to make sense of what was going on.
Mm.
And I think Bumblebee and Snake Eyes would be hilarious. and
Hey,
I think it'd be
because
hilarious.
one of them don't talk like that, and the other one use the
Can't
radio to
stop. And
talk.
one can't stop talking.
Yeah, one can't stop talking. That's actually fire.
Man.
All right, so we're gonna shift gears
Yeah.
and go far, far, far away to
All right.
another conversation. Let's talk. How did it feel about stepping into the role as Finn? Mind you, he's one of the few characters that has such a big impact in the Star Wars universe for the new gen.
Yes. And quality.
Mm.
Quality. Not a throwaway character. Not anybody that can, that depending on what side of it that you are, is not anybody that's embarrassing to anybody at any time. And also a door opening to the fact that maybe everybody working for the empire don't really want to be there. Kind of like doing Uber. You may not want to do it, but you do it. You got to pay your bills. So Finn struck me as like a dude that was like, man, I just got to pay for my apartment, man. What you mean we about to go kill people? That ain't what I signed up for, dog. I signed up to stand here, look intimidating, go pew pew, and go home. Y'all want to go tear up a planet? That ain't my thing. And I really love it. And Mr. Boyega, him being such a video game and cartoon fiend, I'm happy he was too busy, because dude literally said in his interviews, I ain't trying to let nobody take my roles. If I'm available, I'm gonna voice them all. I'm gonna do this. And I was sitting there like, come on, dog. There's a hierarchy, man. You gotta leave
Hey,
some space, man.
was
But
there
I
any?
love it because he's a fan. So that's what made me love it, because he literally loves what he's working on. So he really want to be involved. How do you hate that? You gotta big
Now
that
you
up.
gotta respect it.
Yeah.
And was speaking of that, was there any pressure
Heck
being
yeah.
that he had voiced that character?
Heck yeah. So it was I came into the game doing the 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 conscience, what was it, the conscience or whatever thing that Lego did. So that's my first introduction to him. And then there was a pinball game that they did, Zen Studios. And from doing the pinball game, I was like, all right, cool, I kind of sound like dude, let me make it a little bit better. Let me really pay attention to how he really sounds. So when they hit us up for the video game, they were like, yeah, so we want to know if Arif's available. I was like, wait a minute, I don't got to audition for it. I said, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to throw my heart into it. And then the pandemic hit. And
Mhm.
that, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, the one thing that was hectic was all the technical stuff that we had to do. And I often say the only thing I don't like about recording at home is I'm such a stickler for quality that if something goes awry, I get very, very ticked off and it takes me out of performing. And it's like I
Mm.
wasn't thinking like some of the stuff was matching the peaks and you know being EQ'd right. So we lost like a whole day of recording, man, because of me trying to figure stuff out. But once we got it all dialed in, everything else went seamless. And then the game is the way that everybody remembers the game now. But we literally lost a whole day. Internet, you can remember everybody was at home. Internet go out, something goes this way, something goes that way, and it's like, man, I didn't sign up for this. But I was like, do we want this game to come out? Do I want to be part of this? Let me figure out what I can do to help the people on the other side of this communication make this the best. And we worked it out.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
When COVID and all that hit and that process was going on, did it derail the project from coming out?
I think it slowed it down at least by 4 months. I think
Mm.
because also with me with all of us as actors having to do it from our house, getting the best internet we can, and oh maybe you got to get a different computer that's better quality or something like that. Aside from that, what about the programmers? They can't really go to the office the way they used to. Yeah, they laptop is good at the house, but what's up with the internet? What's up with the power? Yo, what's up with the air conditioning and the heat? Everybody's at the house. Can they concentrate with everybody at the house? Do they need to be some, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody made stuff happen. And I thought that was brilliant and beautiful on both sides of the equator for everybody that had to, you know, do they piece. But I just know that it was like a little bit of a stumbling block to start off. But everybody brought it together. And the game is fun. I actually played the game. So it's actually fun. I was very, very happy.
You know what I was just thinking about when you was saying John Boyega said, he really didn't want nobody else to voice his roles.
Mm-hmm.
But he does, like you say, he takes his roles very seriously, is one of the
Mm-hmm.
reasons why he hasn't been in Marvel yet, because he's already told Kevin Feige and the media, like, y'all not going to Disney Plus me. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So he's waiting for that right
To be
role
there, to
to
be
fit
on
in, which I
screen.
believe we'll probably see him in the X-Men probably
Yeah.
sometime, maybe as a bishop or something like
Ooh.
that, because he
Yeah.
is interested.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Being that he's not too, way too busy to voice things, do you think there's an opportunity there for you for future characters that he does that go to like the smaller screens? Like, say, if he
Yeah.
does a character like, say, in, I don't know, Ninja Turtles or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that character ends up being an animated project in that. Do you think that opens a door for you with the work you did as Finn?
I think they're gonna bring in the first five. Isaac Robinson, who's doing Bishop for X-Men 97. He's very, very capable and super dope. They would bring me in. They gonna bring Phil Lamar in. Just know that they gonna give him first. He gonna get first at bat. He gonna get first at bat. Bumper Robinson, who I went to elementary school with, he gonna get at least probably second at bat, and then that leaves somebody else that'll come in, and that's usually my competition. Oh, probably Kari. Kari will probably go in for it. So like those are my guys that I usually am in the tank with, even if I don't know it. That's usually who.
Mm.
When I look up and see who booked it, I'd be like, yeah, figures as much. You know what I'm saying? But because of me having the history, it's a good chance. But the game is kind of switched. There used to be like a lot of like just flat out loyalty, like, hey, this dude already did it. Let's just call him in. And now it can be misconstrued as who's most popular, but there has to be some sort of billboard relatability, and you just got to understand it because it's show business. You can't ever beef. Like a cat from nowhere will come up to like loyal fans. They'll be like, this dude ain't never did it, but this dude just did these 3 films that everybody's messing with and they love. And maybe he's not perfect in this, but more people gonna watch this project because he's affiliated. And you gotta not hate on it and just be like, all right, cool. Cream always rises. So you just go and do what you do and knock it out how you do. And then you get a phone call and they be like, hey, can you revoice old boy? We're gonna keep his name up, but we just need to sign this NDA. Because I've done projects like that where it's still me, but I had to NDA it because the person, they were all right, you know what I'm saying? But they weren't everything that the people wanted. And it's cool because like you get to walk around with your own little secret agent stuff. Like, yeah, yeah, that's a real good project. Yeah, you should really watch that.
That's actually fire. Because I can understand why some voice actors though get a little upset because they put in a lot of work and really
Yes.
love their characters. Like I'll give you an example, right? I've interviewed some of the Sonic voice actors, and once the movie came around, they're thinking like, okay, maybe they're gonna call me in, and they don't even get a ring. And then the A-listers, they come a part of and they get the roles eventually. And I understand why they do it for business and to sell the movie and things like that. But it's kind of heartbreaking, kind of like, man, like I just been playing Sonic for like 20 years, or I've been playing Tails for like, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand. But since voicing Finn, right, has that changed how you see the Star Wars universe or your connection with it as a fan?
Oh yeah. It immediately makes you feel part of a brotherhood that you could never ever have taken away from you, and it gives you a certain pride when you say, "May the fourth be with you," because like, yo, I'm part of it. I really mean it. You know what I'm saying? And then plus, to add to being Finn, I got a chance to do ADR for all the Mandalorians for season 3. So it's like I get to double say it. Like I stand with pride when I say for Mandalore, or if I say may the force be with you, I mean it. You know what I'm saying? It's like yo, I'm in there now. It's like you can hate, like you can hate on me all you want, but I'm in it. Yeah.
Oh, you good? You good?
I really, 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 really love anything that they do at Lucasfilm, and especially Industrial Lights and Magic. It's man, since the days of ET, you got to remember, man, it's like, how can you not get excited about this? You see that little logo pop up on anything, like people be like, wait, what do you mean ET? Like, yo, Industrial Lights and Magic. It's like anytime you see Lucas Sound, Lucasfilm, Industrial Light, you just like, oh, I'm about to be in something epic, man. Skywalker Ranch is involved. This is stupid. This is about to go down. If they did that, and I think there's perfect opportunity. Remember, between part 2 and 3, man, Finn had been getting busy. He had been going out handling stuff for the rebels. They all had. But Ray had been, she did her training with Luke, and then with Luke. And then the aftermath of getting away and then going into the next part of it. But Finn had been out there rolling, doing everything, got a little crew with him now, a little posse, people that really care about him now. Yeah, because when they went to that one planet, that casino planet, and they jumped on them horses, them Thundar the Barbarian horses.
I ain't gonna lie, that's that part 2, and especially 3. Don't get me wrong, I know people had their ways with it, but there was some great moments in those movies. And you're right,
parts that we never thought about for this whole thing. It opened the world up.
And it's a great chance to explore the in-between time in that you could really flesh out those moments and probably like make it, because Clone Wars, I feel like, did that with the prequels very well. So I would definitely like, now all right, Star Wars fans, I'm sorry, I don't got too much of this man's time, so I gotta move on to a couple of questions. But I promise y'all, we ever get him back on the show, we definitely gonna talk more Star Wars. Do you prefer doing original characters or dubbing existing ones?
If I ever get a chance to voice Rick Hunter, I'm gonna say doing old characters. But I'm a Robotech fan, man. I like doing whatever comes my way. Original characters are dope because you get to put you on there. But characters that are already established can be fun too, because you get to use your instrument, as they say. I get to work this out and I get to work this out and try to match what somebody was doing while still trying to do me. And so they're just equally fun. But I guess you got to always say the OG is usually the best thing to do.
Okay. What's one of the biggest misconceptions people have about voice acting that drives you crazy?
That we show up in our pajamas. I only in one time do I remember anybody ever showing up in their pajamas to record. and I literally was like, yo, what are you doing, dude? And they were like, they said we can show up in our pajamas. And I was like, girl, if you don't quit. But it was a young lady that I was actually pretty cool with. And we did our job, but I was just sitting there like, come on, dog. I don't think they meant we show up in our pajamas. like she had
literally, right?
like the skids, like, you know, like the flannel PJs, and like, you know, like the like she had a hoodie and everything. Looked like a college kid now, you know what I'm saying? So it was straight. And I mean, it wasn't nobody but me and her and the guy that was running the board. So it was straight. But I was just like, what?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Now,
Yeah.
those was when you used to go to the studio, right?
That was like at the beginning, like, you know, a little backstory. With every single type of media from the 90s to about 2010, maybe even 15, there was the commercial, the Black commercial, and the Latino commercial. And if you were lucky enough, you might get an Asian version as well. But traditionally, you was gonna get a Black, Latino, and a white version of, or I'm sorry, just the commercial. So it was, because it wasn't a white one. It was just, this is the commercial, and then the offshoots. So I always was able to pick up a lot of work for the Black versions. And then I started getting more into like just the traditional commercials where they just liked what I was doing. And I was very appreciative of that, of course. But at the very beginning of my career, it was like, yo, if you're gonna do the Black McDonald's commercial, holler at me. And we did. So, you know, that's how we worked it. And we would always go in.
When you're in studios, right? And
Mhm.
you know, sometimes it may be commercials or it may be like really long sessions, right?
Yeah.
How do you protect your voice doing those heavy recordings?
Tea and there's an herbal honey that Fred Tatasciore popularized, that I guess the Chinese army would use. Like it has a great mythos to it, but it's like, it's super super dope. I've posted about it before. I guess like you can put the name under me once the interview's over, because I'll be able to get it to you, so you can have the name of it. But it's super dope. I mean, you can take a tablespoon of it and just take it and just hit it immediately just in your mouth, or you can pour a little bit more into hot water and it immediately becomes an herbal tea. I mean, this is like the jack of all trades kind of honey, and it's super good. It's herbal. It's not medicinal, but it's medicinally herbal. I guess that's the best way of saying it.
Hey, we remember that'll be in the link for anybody out there at voice actors. We do have a lot of voice actors who watch
Yeah.
the show. It's starting to become like my main audience, but
Hey,
which is pretty dope, like inspiring voice actors, things like that, man.
yeah.
And anybody want to come on the show, man, just hit me up, man.
Holla.
The email is fleeboyjetson@gmail.com. So now I want to ask you, right? Even though there's not many, but sometimes you do have certain roles like, nah, it's kind of a waste of time. Are there any roles you might have passed up on that you regretted later?
No, there's roles that I didn't get that I was happy about. Transformers 2, the twins. I'm so happy I didn't book it. I'm happy. They were far and too much. When I saw it done on screen, I was like, yo, man, nah, I probably would have ruined my career. Meaning, like, I probably would have been arguing with the directors. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I can't go that far. There's no reason to go that far. There's no reason to go that far. I think the actors that did it, they're freaking talented. They're super dope. Just for me, I could not have gone that far.
You're talking about the
And
dialogue.
yeah, the dialogue, it was so, it was so on one that it was like, yo, not in mixed company, B. Not in mixed company. That's a whole lot. And then what's a role that I didn't get? I can tell you a role that I got that they took from me that there still hasn't been an explanation, but we've been assured it wasn't because I wasn't good enough. It's just they went somewhere real quick, and that was Jimmy John's for a commercial campaign with Brad Garrett from Everybody Hates Raymond. Everybody Loves Raymond. Everybody Loves Raymond. And the brother, where he plays like the sandwich dude. It's a newer commercial. Man, we thought that was gonna be the one that was gonna take it. That was gonna go all the way.
That'd be the ones, those commercials that'd be the money.
They flipped it like we were like, yo, what the heck, man? We ain't had conversations about this and that, yada this, yada that. I ain't kept my mouth shut. I've been very respectful, just knocked it out the park. They flipped it, man. I was like, what happened, B?
Hey, man, sometimes it be they lost, to be
Yeah,
honest with
hey,
you, gang.
heck yeah, dude. Like I was just like, you know what? And it's exactly what you said. Like I had to say that kind of thing to myself, like, hey man, it is what it is. Something about the pop. And then other things started popping. So it was very, very good. But to work with Brad Garrett, I really, really liked it. And like, you know, I just wanted one like Ving, man. Who don't want to be like Ving Rhames? Ving Arby's, we have to meet. I was like, man, Jimmy John's. I was like, oh, I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him every day. I can, dude.
Hey,
But
that's
it's like it's all
fine, and
good.
that's where the real good money is, like
Yo,
commercials and stuff like that, right?
it's James Avery, God bless his soul. The whole reason I do voiceover, he was like, yo, you got a great voice. You need to get into that mailbox money. And I didn't understand what he was talking about. But it's like, I need you to understand, like, you can get a check from something crazy from like 1997. It could be $15, right? $15. You said it, you done. It could be 3 cents. But then, oh, they added it, and it's like a hit in Switzerland now, and it's blowing up in Germany. And then they throw you a couple of racks. You like, yo, what the heck? I did this in 1996. You know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of thing where you're like, okay, you like that, and I'm appreciative of things like that. It doesn't happen often, but every so often, crazy things like that happen, and it's like your voice is still alive somewhere. People are still receiving what you were trying to transmit, and that is mind-blowing to me. That is phenomenally mind-blowing that you're living in perpetuity to someone's delight that has never met you, and they weren't even alive when you initially did it, but they still can feel the vibe, and that's freaking dope.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Now you've done work in front of the camera,
Yep.
in the booth,
Yep.
musician.
Mm-hmm.
You've done it all, almost like a jack of all trades at this
Mm-hmm.
point, a Swiss Army knife, as I like to call them. Right? Would you ever consider writing or producing an animated project?
Producing and voice directing, I got into that seat a year and a half, 2 years ago, with a colleague of mine, Julian Montgomery, who has an amazing story to tell. And I was able to have Andrew Kashino in there, Big Kish. I was able to bring in Kwame Deshaun Adams, and my sister graduated from acting school, so I was able to bring her in as well. And
That's fire.
we were able to got from the table read to the pre-recording scenarios, and then different facets and different things happen. But we're still on the journey, so I'm incredibly excited and hoping for this, man, because this is the kind of show that could be like down with Lion Forge. It fits into that whole kind of like flow, um, and or even like a Nickelodeon is very very dope thing. He wrote it very very well, and it'll allow a lot of different people to showcase skills that most people probably don't even know they got. And I'm still keeping that close to heart and hoping that it comes to.
Hey man, when you announce that bad boy and it comes to life, man, you gotta come right back
Yeah,
here,
we're gonna
man.
do an interview with you. You're gonna be at the
Hey,
screening.
let's do it. Yeah, yo, y'all heard it, man. So lock
Yeah,
in. All
yeah.
right, is there anything or that you might have learned about yourself voice acting?
Um, Circumstantially, I didn't know that I could be a good coach, or yeah, I didn't know I could be a good coach to people with before voiceover. Working with Skills Hub and Jennifer Hell has changed my life. It's allowed me to impact a lot of different people from around the world that I never would have had a chance to touch without this whole internet stream type thing, and being able to link up with people from Deutschland and give them voiceover advice, or people from Europe and give them advice, or help somebody with their audition, or give somebody some copy and just get them to open up and be free with speaking publicly and speaking amongst people. It's been a gift, because the thing is, just like you've been doing this for a while. You know how to do so many things. You almost forgot half the stuff you know how to do. And it's not until you get to bless somebody or pour into them that you realize, like, oh, I guess I kind of know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let me use what they taught me so you don't have to go through what I went through. So stuff like that. So coaching with Skills Hub has
Oh,
dynamically
skills.
been a
So you're
gift.
right. That's what Jennifer
Yeah.
Hell and what Zelda, I think,
Yes, 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 yes.
right?
Yeah, I roll with them. Yeah.
Hey,
So
that's fire,
we've
man.
been
Hey,
we've
big
been doing
shout
it
out
for
to
4 years.
Skills Hub, man. Jennifer and Zelda. I actually, was trying to get Zelda on the show. Hopefully by October. She told me
Hopefully.
October because she's sitting on something and she wanted to, be
Yeah.
able to talk about it. So
And
that's
plus
kind of
she is the
fun.
most valuable player. She's very much on the get down for our social media and just keeping us all in order, man. She's a spitfire, and I'm appreciative to have her as part of the team, dude. She really gets down.
That's what's
Zelda,
up,
she
man.
sees
Big
secret
shout out to
weapons.
Skills Hub. Speaking of Skills Hub, right? Which we'll have links for y'all in the description below. And they have a great YouTube also. Go check out their podcast because they be having a lot of stuff on there, a lot of information. They talk about a lot of different things, not just characters that people voice, but
Mm-hmm.
how to get started, where to look for educational purposes. So
How to
let's get
make
some of that
money and how to
advice.
stay encouraged.
So let's get some of that advice from you right now, right? Let me ask a question that maybe some up and coming voice actors will have, that aren't in major cities, but
Mm-hmm.
trying to get that start. What would be your best advice to them? Because, a lot of the main studios are in like LA, Texas, New York, things like that. So say somebody in, I don't know, in the Carolinas
Mm-hmm.
or in Mississippi or something like that who wants to be a voice actor, what should they do to, should they move? Should they?
There's 3 levels to it, man. If you're gonna stay local, and I recommend people work from where you're at and make sure you make your garden as best as you can. Look up like Foundation for the Junior Blind, or like a blind organization. Go and read the newspaper, get used to reading and doing your voices to help others, and you'll learn how to record as well, because you're going to be using equipment. That was a very great gift that I was able to do out here in California. Even though I was already doing it, it humbled me, and it showcased me how I could do voices without always trying to put extra on them, just being very clear, direct, and giving it, because you're going to be reading the paper for someone who is visually impaired. So it's super dope. Then looking into your market to see what is available and who needs stuff. Uh, and just putting yourself out there. There's classifieds, horrible enough like a Craigslist, but I would still say LinkedIn, and like, maybe once a week be like, hey, I'm running a special. I'm running a 2-for-1 scale special, and you figure out what your scale rate is in your town, and you knock out 2 for this bank, and they like it. They're like, well, shoot, we want to use you more. Nah, forget the little deal. We want to work with you. That could work. And last, I would say give Skills Hub a month of your money, because it's not a lot. I think it's like $30. Give Skills Hub a month of your money. Get into the workout rooms, the fireside chats, and look specifically for the work list. Like somehow or the other, because of all the members, we've been able to compile a list, they told me, of showing you how to look and where some jobs are in different regional areas and what you should be getting paid for them. And I was like, that is super dope. That's phenomenal. And, look around. We got free scripts on there. Like some of them even that I put up there. And you got rooms that are ran by fellow students or coaches when they're not doing anything, like AMA type rooms, and like Dungeons and Dragons style rooms. Like there's a Dungeon and Dragon room going on today at 5. And so there's always people doing something so you could get you out. But in terms of working that list, looking locally, and putting yourself out there, I try not to tell people Fiverr, because it's like I've heard horror stories. But I mean, if you know what you're doing and you know what you're getting into and why you're doing it, maybe you won't get hurt. I just don't want to see nobody get
Yeah, you really got to be careful
no advantage.
because
A lot of a lot of AI learning models are on there, man. And
yeah,
they
let me
don't
tell
even
you a
tell you.
story, right? I got kind of like, I don't want to say scammed, because I kind of knew ahead of time and I knew
Yeah.
what they was doing, but I'm in the process of creating my comic book called The
Okay.
Last Guardian Angel. So
Okay.
I needed an artist because, I don't know how to draw, obviously,
Yeah.
but I got a great story that I want to tell.
Yeah.
So I go on there and I'm trying to get a bang for my buck. Like, I don't want the quality to be bad, but I
Yeah.
don't want to like spend $500 a page for this
Yeah. Yeah.
motherfucker either. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I get on there and I find somebody pretty decent, but it looked kind of weird because they like $80 a page. I'm like, ooh, 80?
That
You know what
seems.
I'm saying? You round that up,
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
we could do something.
Yeah.
For issue about 30. That's a
Yeah.
little less than about 8,000. I could work
Yeah.
with that. Let's
Okay. Yeah.
see what they talking about. Man, I thank God I told him. I said, hey, can you do like the character concept for me? Like some character concepts?
Yeah.
Straight AI. Straight AI. My wife caught as soon as they said it, she was like, baby, they're AI. They're
And
AI.
because what's going to happen is they're going to end up owing. They're going to end up selling your stuff indirectly to the AI company, who's going to hold your copyright in perpetuity when you try to go and you try to run it for press. It's such a dirty game, man. It's like AI is dope, but it's like, I think anything past Photoshop CS4 is to be beware of.
And one thing, like, I really do, I think there's a pros and cons with AI, right? One
Yeah,
thing I
yeah.
hate about AI is the fact, especially the video game marketing.
Mm-hmm.
When it listen, I don't care. Right now, dub is at its all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
Even Crunchyroll CEO said right now more people in more countries are watching dub anime than any
Mm-hmm.
other
Yep.
subtitle and all that in the world.
Yep.
And
Yep.
right now we're getting, because before it only used to be like Naruto, Bleach, maybe
Yep.
like Dragon Ball Z, really
Yep.
great dubbed
It,
anime.
it was the closed caption game at that time.
Yeah,
Everything that
so
was
it was a
legit was closed caption.
yeah, so it was a selective few. Now
Yeah.
every anime has an amazing cast. There's
World
more and more,
localization.
yeah, there's more and more talent on the
Yep.
rise. Big shout out my guy Mauricio doing a
Mm-hmm.
marvelous job. Ben Stigmeyer, The list can go on and on. There's a lot. Adam McArthur, shout out to all of them doing their thing,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So there's a lot of great new talent coming up, and the dub is sounding so much better. Why replace that with AI? That you know one thing about me, and I'm pretty sure me and my community talk about this all the time, right? As grown ass men, and mind you, it was 2020 when I really got into anime like that. I always
Yeah.
thought anime were considered cartoons. I didn't
Yes.
call anime animes. I called them cartoons.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? I didn't know the difference. But once I got
Mm-hmm.
into the culture and COVID hit and I sat there and, you know, all the shows were done. And I was like, let me see what this is about. Let me see what this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started watching some of these shows. Man, it hits different when you hear that crack in the character's voice
Man.
and, you know, they're breaking down grown ass men crying over anime. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
bro, they just kill them all, nah, bro.
It's just an animated form of a movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. To this day, brother, Akira is still my favorite thing. I can just stop and sit there and watch. Like
Wasn't you in
it always hit
Akira?
it. Oh no, I wish, man. Oh Jesus.
Oh no, matter of fact, I'm sorry.
Ooh, I
Tomorrow,
wish.
no. The reason why I said that, right? Because usually when I write down my interviews,
Yeah.
I do like maybe 3 or 4 sheets of
Yeah.
questions at a time.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I have Joshua Seth.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
I'm
Ooh.
pretty sure
Ooh.
he was in Akira, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey
Because I
man.
did your question and his
Yeah.
questions
Yeah.
today. So I know there was like a Akira question in one of
Yes.
them.
Let me tell you, man, Akira to this day, if any of my friends stand in the middle of the street and say Tetsuo, like I just fall apart. I'm like, dude, why? Because like that's how we play with each other. Like you can say certain things and just call me like like even like Battle of the Planets, which we found out was Gotchaman, right? Yeah, it's Gotchaman. If somebody's like root tuki tuki, and I go do that in the middle, and like all of our wives would be like, "You guys are nerds. You guys are goofy nerds."
Hey, my
But we
wife be
know,
the same way.
but we know that it's like, yo, that's Battle of the Planets, B. We can do whatever we want.
Hey, doesn't it feel good that the culture shifted into that? Because
Man, I'm
back in
so
the
happy,
day,
dude.
man, like it was like, you know,
This was all quiet conversations that we would have. Now we can talk about these things publicly, and I love it. And
exactly.
everybody's passion is there. Everybody's delightful passion is sincerely there. No one is faking the funk. And if you don't know, cool. Let me give you a list. Let me give you a short list so you can go check this stuff out and check it. You know what I'm saying? Like right now in my watch, I still got Cyborg 009. I still got to watch that.
Mm.
Like I don't know why I haven't finished it, but my favorite was Hit Monkey. I don't know why Hit Monkey was dope. I think it hit it like it literally hit different.
Hey, Hit
Literally,
Monkey like a John Wick for y'all don't
it's
know,
like
boy.
I know it's not an anime, but it was Marvel's anime in my opinion. You know what I'm
No,
saying? It
Hit
was like
Monkey was
it's
different.
freaking dope. It
And
was
it
just
was a
like
good
what?
story.
Yes, that's the part. It's like okay, it's cool. It's got this stuff happening, but it's like oh, I'm actually engaged. I'm actually
Yeah.
here with it. Same thing for Ultraman, the new one that Netflix had did. I was like, well written, good
That's what I'm
story.
saying. More and more
Yeah.
media is coming out from, you know, stuff that we grew up as a
Mm-hmm.
kid that was kind of like, you know, for because a lot of cartoons, I will say this, a lot of cartoons back in the day were mostly done not even for storytelling, but to sell and market toys.
Dude, Transformers.
Hmm.
When you listen to the story of when they tell the story about it and why they put it all together and what they were trying to do, it's blowing. What was it? The toys that changed history or something like that that came on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I
Toys
seen
toys
that.
toys that changed the world. I think it
Yeah,
is.
I seen that.
But
That's where I just got that idea from in my
right,
head.
it's like it's so buck wild when you look at it. It's like oh, that's why you did that. But I had the opportunity of doing that with Mattel. We did something that was like a go body slash kind of transformer thing, and it didn't take off. But it was fun to record. And when they would show me the mock up art, I was like, "Yeah, this is CBS Saturday morning." I said, "Yeah, I can feel this." And they were like, "Yeah." They said, "But we don't have that, so it'll probably be like on DVD, or we might have it on like a online channel where like you buy the toy, we give you the code and you can watch it. I was like, wow, it's really a trip how people think and how they put it together. But man, to, just good cartoons. It's just good cartoons. And the way the original dubs, how they took dubs and they would flip them around to tell a specific story, even though that wasn't the story.
The story,
of it.
yeah.
You're like what?
And I think that's what made some of it so bad.
Yeah.
And others,
Yeah.
that's what I think made it so great because stories like the Batman the animated series or the X-Men original one, like they hit themes that were even though they was marketing toys for those cartoons, but they was hitting themes from the comic books that adults in the 90s were heavily invested in.
Total difference between Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends and the original X-Men series.
Super big difference.
And even Iron Man when he had the Jerry curl.
So and I was just, matter of fact, I'm soon to have Heroes. This might come out probably after the live stream. We probably already had it, but dual recording is July, right? But I'm coming up and I'm gonna have a big panel when I start doing the live again here on the channel. And we're gonna be talking about the Power Rangers reboot happening on Disney Plus by Daniel E. Steinberg and Dan Schatz, who directed Jericho, C on Apple TV. They also right now they're doing Percy Jackson and the Olympians on Disney Plus. So now they're talking about turning Power Rangers and making it more adult themed, making it something like a Stranger Things / Cobra Kai-ish type thing. And the reason why I loved Power Rangers personally was because of the Megazords. And that's because I was, like yourself, a Transformers fan. And I love, that's one of the reasons why, personally, to this day, I can always watch Pacific Rim because that's my joint. Like, I love
you can
stuff
throw
like
it on
that.
and just walk past it. Keep it just going all day.
Yeah, like stuff like that. I love mech suits and, big bots and things like that. So I'm okay if they're going to focus strictly on story and get rid of the monster of the week and things like that. I'm completely fine with it, but we're going to talk more about that.
But they better have some Zords.
That's what I'm saying.
They better have some Zords.
Please have the Zords, man.
You gotta have some video game-esque style fights going down.
Exactly.
You got a budget now. That's why that's why Kong versus Godzilla is such a dynamic and universally loved movie, because y'all not in the rubber suits no more. You can really go all the way. And that's why the last three were just so freaking beyond dope. It was like,
and the next one going to be even crazier. I guarantee it. The next one going to be insane.
Man,
I'm here.
I can't even breathe. I can't even breathe after the last one. I'm like, man, y'all and took my breath away. Can y'all let a brother breathe 2 seconds, please? Jesus. It's too much for my 12-year-old self.
Now we are coming towards the end of the episode, but we're gonna ask you a couple universal questions. But before we do, we got a game we want to play with you, right?
Okay.
It's called Dub This, right? I'm gonna give you a sentence, and then you dub it in either 2 or 3 character voices of your choice.
Okay.
Ready? All right. The sentence I'm gonna give you is, I didn't eat the last pizza. Okay, maybe I did.
Oh, I didn't eat the last pizza. Oh, well, maybe I did. And then I didn't eat the last pizza. Nah. Oh, well, maybe I did.
Let's go. Hey.
Then, oh, I didn't eat the last pizza. Oh, maybe I did.
Thank you so much for that. All right, here comes the universal questions. As y'all know, we coming to the end of the show, but stay, man, 'cause we got some great more topics to talk about. The first one is called recommendations. Now, we didn't get to go through your whole body of work, but we
Mhm.
did talk about a couple of the, highlights, Finn from Star Wars, Jazz from the Transformers, things like that. And we also got, deep into voice acting and, your career and things like that. But out of your body of work, what's something that you would recommend fans to go out and check out?
Two things. Crash Box, the series on HBO Family, if it still exists. I got to play a character called Professor Rocket. It was my first like series, so I really do like that. And then Marlow Briggs. That is a video game that I did with Steve Bloom and the jade-eyed girl, James Hong. I feel incredibly privileged because that's where I met Jamie for the first time, and that's where I had the honey for the first time. I feel very, very privileged to work with James Hong. That was great. Very, very great.
Hey, man. So y'all make sure y'all check it out. And like always, I told y'all with these recommendations, if y'all do check it out, come back, comment, and when we hit our milestone of 5K, we're doing a Nintendo Switch 2 giveaway.
Ooh.
So now, before we gave away the PS5, but I think I just made it too easy for y'all, telling y'all, hey, all you gotta do is just like, comment, and subscribe. I want to know if y'all actually out there supporting and watching the content. So if you made it to this far in the video, those are your rules. Go check out the recommendation. Leave a comment about the recommendation, whether it be Crash Out. That's the one, Crash Box.
Yeah, Crash Box.
Crash Box, and what's the video game?
Marlow Briggs.
Marlow Briggs. So if you can give me an in-depth comment, it could be something, you ain't got to write a paragraph or something like that. But just let us know that you out there supporting. And at the milestone of 5K, which we're already halfway there, I will announce the winner in a shout out video. And also don't forget to hit that membership. Because by now, my God, we should have the memberships going, and they will, your name will appear like credits in the movie at the end of the episode. So make sure you become a member, become a hero, a villain, or an anti-hero. Those are the memberships. Now, we're going to go to books, comics, mangas, animes, manhwas, movies, TV, video games, wherever you want to go. Give me your top 5 fictional characters of all time.
Rick Hunter, as
Who?
I said before. Rick Hunter from Macross.
Oh, from Robotech.
Yeah. Then of course, Jazz, of course. Pierce Washington, because he's Pierce Washington, and because Pierce
Hey, Saints Row.
till it's over. Then another character that is outlandish would be Starscream, because totally misconstrued. I think there's so much more to Starscream than any of us know. And then it's a toss up between Yogi Bear and Scooby Doo.
Hey, shout out Yogi, man.
Yeah.
This is the first time Yogi ever got some love. And mind you, I'm on I'd probably interviewed over 100 voice actors now. Thank you, God. Blessings to you. But that's pretty dope. Yogi finally got some love on the show. Even though it was a toss-up between Scooby and Yogi, but shout out Yogi,
dude,
man.
Yogi till it's over. Hey, boo boo. You got that. And then you got the hello Raggy. It's like those two kids, those guys ran my Saturday mornings. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let me ask you a question about that.
Ran my Saturday mornings.
I like that you said that, right? Because I might not be too old, but I'm old enough to have been there for that era. I just hit 40, right?
Okay.
So I was probably 5 in the 80s, 4, something like that. So I remember some of those cartoons. And I do remember, the Fox morning cartoons, WB Kids, things like that.
Channel 7,
I feel like that is missing from our community today for the kids. And I feel like, it hear me out, right? I was having a conversation with somebody and they was like, man, it wouldn't, fit today's, time and age. And I said, why wouldn't it? Because everything's streaming, it's on platform. Let me tell you something. X-Men 97 was streaming. And
Mhm.
every Wednesday, you better believe they tuned in to watch that show and then talked about it on the internet. What's the difference of streaming it on Wednesday and just putting it on
On
Saturday and
Saturday.
having a lineup of shows? People are gonna tune in. I'm talking about grown men waking up with cereal like this. Like
Yo,
they locked in. So I just think like I miss that day and
I
age.
think you just
Man.
got to do real cartoons. That's like they went so hard for Disney Junior, and I love Disney Junior. Watching Disney Junior with my kids was probably that was some of my funnest memories, man. Mickey Mouse Playhouse, Clubhouse thing was dope as heck, dude.
My
And Winnie
daughters
the
watch that to this day.
Man, it's like if you say "Oh Toodles," they get excited. And the Winnie the Pooh adventures, like all that stuff. But I mean, like, yo, there's a reason that the Goofy movie is still number one for Gen Xers, you know what I'm saying, and early millennials. And there's a reason why Gargoyles still mattered. And the Hanna
Well, I don't mean to
Barbera
cut you
races was
off. I
crazy.
don't mean to cut you off, but I recently watched Gargoyles, and I think it was too like ahead of its time.
Yo,
The
man,
messages, the dialogue, the storytelling was light years.
Batman the animated series and Gargoyles, we did not deserve it. We did not
Exactly.
deserve it.
I know for a kid, I didn't understand some of that stuff.
It was brain food, but I mean, I appreciate that too. Like, the whole reason for cartoons were they were supposed to be satire for adults and stuff. If you look at the old merry melodies, like the city of the future will be this, and all the little things they would have in between the Bugs Bunny things, super dope, super high tech, super talking about other things that what does a kid care about? Foghorn Leghorn, Pepe Le Pew. That ain't for no kids. That's for dudes to talk about at the water cooler. Oh, Pepe do like I be trying to do. Like, nah, man. Pepe do not do like none of us trying to do. Maybe back then, but you get locked up. But it's like it's so super dope that I think kids would flock to it if they made a Saturday morning hour for Netflix, or they called it Saturdays and it was like a block of cartoons. No matter what time, anywhere around the world, if you just released it where it was Saturday, people would flock to it on Saturday. That they would watch that playlist, shall we say? They would watch that playlist for the day and love it. They could even throw old school cartoons, because I dare somebody to give me some more Backyardigans. I dare them. I dare them.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think, things are starting to mature, and I think, kids are starting to develop faster. So, some of the content that we're getting for kids, we're definitely catching some of those jokes. Some of
Yes.
them are a little too like, you know what I'm saying? But I do
Yeah.
think like, even the material that we're getting, we don't really get the Yogi Bears anymore, or the Charlie Browns, or stuff
Oh
like
man.
that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
The Thanksgiving specials, the Christmas specials.
I went
like,
to the movie theater and watched Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. I came out feeling like I had just won a war, bro. I was with moms, like, yeah.
yeah, like some of that got to come back, man. It just,
just good cartoons that don't have no super reason, and they not trying to be so hip, or what do you call it? Not clippable. A lot of people are making things that are available to be for social media clips, and it's like, make a good story that kids want to watch. Just watch. Have you seen My Dad is a Bounty Hunter?
yes, I have. My daughter.
Ain't it just like a good cartoon? Like
Yeah,
it
it
has
really is.
different themes
On
but
Netflix. It's on
it's just a
Netflix.
good cartoon. Like, you could legit bust that out on a Saturday, and you could be watching it, and your kids will sit down with you, be like, what's this? Like,
Yeah,
the
my
whole
kids
family
love
sit
it. I
down and
think they're
watch.
going on like season 3 right now,
Yeah,
right? There's
yeah.
2 seasons out. I know that for a
Yep.
fact because I've seen 2 seasons with my
Yeah.
daughters.
But
And
simple and good. Just simple and
there's
good.
another
Not
good
trying
one
to be
right
too
now
hard.
too. A movie. My daughters love it, man. They sit here and they blast that movie all day. It's called K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix.
I heard about that. That now is it safe? Is it don't have no whole lot of,
It's
like,
super safe.
it's not like no blood and all that kind of
No,
stuff.
it's super
okay.
safe.
Okay, then
Great
super dope.
storytelling, especially for girls. And
Dope.
the soundtrack It
It's
made
banging.
Billboard's top 100 at number like 8 or 7. So
Did you watch Win or Lose?
no, I didn't see that one.
Watch Win or Lose with your kids, man.
Win or
Watch.
lose?
It's therapeutic on Disney Plus. It's therapeutic because it's telling everything through the eyes of a softball team, a little league softball team. There's like 2 adult episodes, but it's safe enough. But I bring it up because it's good to watch as a family, but the soundtrack, I was telling my kids, I said, yo, it felt like when I like working on Trolls 2 and 3, especially 3, I didn't realize that a cartoon soundtrack could have bops. Like
They
literally
be having
like,
bobs.
like throw it in the CD player and let it flow and just be like, yo, I'm listening to this. Because after Backyardigans, I was like, no one will top it. No one will top it.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it 100. That K-pop joint, that thing got me thinking about soda pop all day.
I can't wait. I'm gonna
And my
watch
daughters be my daughters are like 6 and 7. They be cranking that boy.
it.
But that's fire. All right, so moving on to our next question. It gets a little harder because I know you got to go
Yeah.
to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
I know you
yeah.
got to see some people. But I got to ask you, who are your GOATs of all time when it comes to voice acting? Who would you put on the Mount Rushmore of voice acting? You only get 4 choices. And
Okay.
mind you, this is your personal list. It could be your
Okay.
peers, people who inspired you, or, somebody you just got love for.
Cree Summers, she's the prototype. Keith David, Phil Lamar, and then this is it has to be a rotation because it's Steve Bloom. Forget
Hey,
it.
he's a GOAT. Big shout out to
I'm gonna
Steve,
walk
man. I
away
got
from
to
it.
see him personally at Tulsa Comic Con
Yeah.
last year. So he's a good dude, man. Hard to get in touch with, but great dude, man.
Man, he's super dope. He's on some Woody Harrelson stuff like, hey, I heard you was calling for me. What? Like dude appears behind you like Blade, like I heard you was looking for me. What the whoa. Hey man.
Hey, that's a phenomenal list. Keith David is definitely in my. I don't think I ever answered that question. I'm gonna answer that question. I'm gonna answer some of my own questions one day on the stream when we start doing the streams again. Because I'll be wanting to say, well, but I'm gonna save bonds. All right, we come to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
rocking with us today, man. I had a blast. Seriously, this conversation was needed for me, for my soul, for my spirit, and also this is for you, for your flowers, for everything you've done, all the times you made us laugh, cry with your voice. Thank you so much on behalf of myself and the community and everybody else in the voice acting world. You definitely made your own mark and path in there. So thank you once again, my brother, for coming on. Are there any upcoming projects or conventions that you're able to talk about?
Yeah, I got a podcast project with my buddy Billy, the photographer out of Boston, called Plastic Wax and Donut.
Hey, let's get it. It's on YouTube, Spotify.
Yeah, we got it going on YouTube and TikTok right now. We're gonna put some more episodes of the interviews up, but right now, toy unboxings, pop culture list, and of course reviewing donuts, my favorite part of the job.
Hey, let's get it. And heroes, links will be provided for you in the comment section below. And let these heroes know where they can follow you for more updates.
Oh man, the name Arif S Kinchen, Arif S Kinchen everywhere.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Appreciate you a bunch, man. For real, I can't wait to talk to you again. Heroes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, don't forget to love yourself, pass that love on, and love others. And if nobody told you so, just know your boy love you. Voice of the Heroes, signing out.
Sing it with me.